and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. How are you all? Happy May. Can't believe May's here. And today I'm going to be talking about my favourite things from April. I am so cold that I can't fully concentrate. I can't believe I've got a bloody roll neck on and it's May. It's still April when I'm filming this, but it's basically May. We had a really hot weekend in the middle of April, which gave me really bad chafe. A lot of people call it chub rub. I had bad chafe because it was so hot that day. But since then it's been like freezing. Today it was like 9 degrees and I was out in a dress and a denim jacket. Not warm enough, so that's why I've put this roll neck on to be cosy for the evening. Anyway, none of that's my favourite part of April. Let's start with my favourite part of April. I'll start as I always do with my favourite book from the month of April. And actually, it's a book I'm still listening to. So I had a look. I haven't done my wrap up yet for April. This is where I keep my books that I've read. And all of them, like, I've had quite a few 4 stars and 3 stars. But one that I'm listening to at the moment, and I really think it's going to be a 5 star that I'm absolutely loving, is The Trauma Cleaner. I'm listening to an audiobook of The Trauma Cleaner by Sarah Krasnostein. And I'm really enjoying it. So it's a memoir about a woman called Sandra and her life in Australia. She is a trauma cleaner, so she cleans up after road traffic accidents, murders, if people die in houses during which like people have been hoarding. She cleans up from drug dens and things like this, and it sort of alternates between chapters, hearing about that and how she deals with her business and what a professional woman she is and things like that, and her life before that, because she was actually born male and is now a female. So you hear all about her life, and she had a really troubled upbringing and things like that, all the way up to present day. I am bloody loving it. Like, not only has she had like such an interesting life, like really difficult listening in places, like her childhood in particular was just horrific, and also some of the cases that she's cleaning up from are also horrific. The writing of it, I'm just really enjoying it, and I'm just absolutely entranced by the whole thing. I feel like it's an amazing book about an amazing woman, and you know me, I love books about amazing women. So yeah, just absolutely really loving that. So bit of a cheat really, isn't it, to have that as the book that is my favourite, but I will have that finished by the time this video goes up. And I mean, unless it turns to complete shit in the last sort of like 2 hours, because I've only got 2 hours left of it to listen to, and I really can't see that happening. That is definitely my favourite book for the month of April, and I can see it being a 5 star, and I really would recommend the audiobook. I've seen the actual book out. You might reckon, I mean, I would have inserted a picture here, but it's got a rubber glove on the front cover, and I'd seen it in quite a lot of shops. But the audiobook was just fantastic, and it's been a while since I've listened to an audiobook that's really like got me so excited to get in the car of a night to listen to it and things like that. So that's my favourite book for the month. Let's move on to these earrings, seeing as they're jangling away. I bought these earrings in H&M. They are hoops with pom-poms on, and the only regret of my life is that they also had these in red. Why on earth didn't I get them in red? They're so much fun, and I just feel like as they're black they'll just go with anything. I think they were like $6.99 or $7.99, not super expensive, but I just feel like they're really fun and I can wear them. And like the red pom-pom ones, like I can wear all through the summer. I can also wear them at Christmas, double. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder because I just find them so fun. I just really like them. This is the first time I've worn them with my hair up. Like normally I wear them with my hair down, so they're not quite as expressive as this because they'll be hidden behind quite dark hair. I mean, I can show you now. So when my hair's down, you can't see them quite as much, but they're still there and being fun. I might leave my hair down now. Double. But yeah, I've just loved those, and those are in store at the moment, so which is really fun, because quite often if I watch people's favourites, they're like, oh, I've rediscovered this and I've rediscovered that, but these are in store at the moment. So if you find them fun, go out and get some, and get yourself the red ones as well, because if I go anywhere, I went to Tunbridge Wells today and I was thinking, oh, if they've got H&M, I'm going to go in and get the red ones of those. They didn't have a bloody H&M, did they? The next thing, I'm going to work slowly through my pile of stuff here. The next thing I've been really enjoying is plants. These plants are plants that my cousin Laura rescued from these were 62p. This and this. These were all 62p, and they were all on death's door. They were all really dried out. This one in particular, you can sort of see at the back, it had taken a bit of a chop in, like what I think maybe they put something down on top of it and it had chopped it off. And you won't believe it, guys, and this was really small, I've brought them back to life. This is another one that I haven't brought back to life, but the pot is absolutely adorbs. This is from Marks and Spencer's. This was a £5 with this in here. But I've absolutely been loving it. I am crap at keeping things alive, and I've done really well. All I've been doing, and I don't even know where I've learnt this from, is I take them out of their pot. this is when she kills it. I take them out of their pots like this, and then put them in about 1 inch of cold water. So I don't actually directly water any of them. Put them in about an inch of cold water, and then leave them for about 40 minutes just so they can suck some water up, and they're absolutely thriving. I can't even tell you how much better this looks compared to when it was, like, it's even got another side plant coming out the side. This was just one and it was really shriveled. I'm absolutely, who knew I'd be so good at this? So I've been really loving these, and I've been putting them on my shelf. Oh, my bloody blanket's falling down. I've been putting them on my windowsill, and they've just been bringing me so much joy to look at. I've been really enjoying them, and to think that I've brought them back to life and they were such a bargain, like even 62p just for like the pots, like these little pots, because you quite often can buy little tiny succulents and things in like these little tubs, but you don't have anything to put in. So I thought, well, when she offered them to me, I was like, well, even if they don't end up, I don't end up having these ones, at least I've got these little, like, they're like little yogurt pots almost, aren't they? So yeah, so I've been very much enjoying those. Pop those over there now. The next thing, oh no, it's fallen over. The horror in my eyes. The next thing is something that is from the very beginning of the month, and that is something that I picked up in IKEA, and that is this Oatly drink. Now, I drink Oatly milk anyway. It is milk made out of oats, but this I've never seen before, and I bought this in IKEA. It's an orange and mango oat drink. No milk, no soy, and having this in overnight oats, oh, it was just like a delicious smoothie. It was really tropical, really nice, and just tasted like a lovely like milkshake almost. I've never seen it anywhere apart from IKEA. I would definitely pick, the first time I saw it, I thought it was chocolate orange, so I was like, yum, I'm definitely gonna have that, and it's not, it's even better than that, it's orange and mango. So if I see this again in the shops, I would definitely be buying this. This is empty. This has been empty since the beginning of the month, and I've not, hello David, and it's not been in the shop since then. But if I do see it again, and every time I go to IKEA, David's mum and dad went to IKEA in the week, if I'd have known, I would have got them to get me one of these. I'm definitely going to get one of these, because I mean the drink by itself probably a little bit too sweet, but with overnight oats it was like a delicious like smoothie type oats, yum. So yeah, very good. And if anyone has seen these in shops aside from IKEA in the UK, please do let me know, because I've been on the hunt out for it and I haven't found it yet. Move that. I'll have a look at my little book and see what else I've got, because I've got a few more things to show. Oh yeah, so 2 things that I've been watching. Oh yeah. So something also from the beginning of the month, while we're talking about that, David and I, there's a radio station called Encore Radio in the UK, and it plays all songs from musicals, musical theatre. And at the beginning of the month, it was Easter weekend, wasn't it, David?
Yeah.
It was Easter weekend. They played the top 500 greatest songs from musicals, and David and I did quite a bit of like, we spent a lot of time with our families over the Easter. So like one day we were with David's family, we were with my family, another day we spent a day here and things like that, and we listened to the top 500 basically the whole weekend, and we really enjoyed it, didn't we, David? So if you guys like musical theatre or like songs from musicals or anything, I really would recommend listening to Encore Radio. That weekend in particular was really fun, because
radio station.
It's a digital radio station, so that weekend was like full of hits the whole weekend, which is fun. But we've turned it on every so often, and like sometimes they don't have songs that we really know very well, but quite often like they'll play the odd one. Weirdly, I mean, Defying Gravity won, spoiler, which David and I love mainly, but it also won last year. So I wonder what will win next year, and I wonder if they always do it around Easter time. But really enjoyed Encore Radio and loved it. If you've got any favourite digital radio stations, do let us know, because we're always looking to listen to them. We listen to quite a lot of radio in the evening. We do a lot of like tidying up and pottering around and stuff of an evening, and on a Sunday as well. So always interested to hear people's digital radios. The next thing is 2 TV programmes that I've been really enjoying. The first one, I've watched the entire series of Derry Girls, which is just hilarious. It is a Channel 4 comedy drama set in Derry, in Northern Ireland, during the 90s. Follows a group of 4 girls and 1 boy at secondary school, and it's just hilarious. But it's really hilarious, but also sort of peppered with really hard-hitting political stuff that's going on in Derry at the time because of the IRA and things like that. But we loved it, didn't we, David? Mm-hmm. We watched it over 2 nights. So we watched it. David's really happy because he's got chips for dinner. So we watched the first on a Friday night and then finished it off on the Saturday, and we really had a great time watching it. So would very much recommend that. And the second one is I've started watching. I've only watched 1 episode so far, but it's very good. Stacey, Dooley Investigates. I read the book of Stacey Dooley on the front line with the women who fight back. She is a a journalist and reporter. She's a young woman, she's about my age, she's from Luton, which is similar, like she's got the same voice, the English voice as me basically, and I just don't feel like you hear many voices like that on telly, which is really good that she has now got this place. And she basically goes to different places, and the episode I watched was based on was about violence towards women in Russia, and in 2017 some laws were passed to make certain types of domestic abuse towards women legal, and it just blows my fucking mind that that is allowed, and it's just madness. So it's really interesting. I really like her style. I really like how tactile and warm she is towards people she's interviewing, even towards people who like are awful people. She just treats everyone the same, and I just thought I really enjoyed watching it. I watched it with my best friend Emma, and we were both like in uproar about how awful this situation was, but how accessible she was making it for us to believe it, for us to see it. And yeah, I'm definitely going to watch much more Stacey Dooley. In fact, I might even suggest David and I watch one tonight. He didn't hear, but I might do that. So that's another thing. And then is there anything else? Oh yeah, so just a few more things. The last two things. One is a set of pens that I've got. First one is this set of pens from Sainsbury's. These were £4. They are twin tip coloured pens, £4. So you can get like quite a lot of pens like this, but what I really liked about them, I picked the most boring one, the black one. Let's have a look. Let's get the pink one out. So one end is very thin. Here we go. And then the other end is more like a felt tip. And yeah, I've just been very much enjoying these. I've been sort of half-heartedly bullet journaling still. I still write down my favourites from every month. This keeps like, what have I just knocked off on my phone? This keeps like my my favourites in and things like that, and all sorts of other bits. So I've been using those as well, but I've been writing in like birthday cards and just having a really fun time colouring things in, and just keep it like using them on my habit tracker and things like that. So and for £4, that's pretty reasonable for some felt tip and fine liners. You'll quite often find that fine liners, especially the better branded ones, like the Staedtler is that one, they're normally like £7 upwards. So for £4 for 12 colours, 2 ends, very good. And then the last thing I just wanted to talk about that I really loved, and this links into two things. I went to Lush Book Club again this month. I feel like every single favourites I mentioned in the Lush Book Club, but this one has been my favourite yet, because I got to meet Laura Dockrell, who wrote Big Bones. Big Bones is a book that I read earlier this month, this year. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite books, if not possibly my favourite book of the year so far. Really adored it. It is about a body positive 16-year-old girl called Bluebell, who has been made to keep a food diary because she's suffering from asthma. She's also a bigger girl, but she just doesn't give a shit. She enjoys being a bigger girl, and it's told through story. So it's told through like memory. So here we've got Cornish pasties and latte hearts, and every single chapter is based on a bit of food. So it'll be like a memory she's thinking about, something that's happening at the moment, and you just fall in love with her. Laura Dockrell is hilarious, and I already knew that before I met her, but at Lush Book Club it was just so amazing to hear her talk about her inspiration for Big Bones and for Bluebell and what she's got planned. And she's just so talented and funny and amazing, and it was incredible. I posted a few pictures on my Instagram stories about it. There was some cakes that were shaped like burgers. So all the cakes they do at Lush Book Club are vegan and gluten free, which is amazing. The cake they'd made, they always put the front cover on. Oh, it's lovely. And then the products we got were just amazing, and one of them is also my favourite this month, and it's this, which I've used twice, so I've put it in a little tray. It's a fidget spinner bubble bar, so you can put it under a running tap, and it spins like this, and you get pink bubbles, blue bubbles, yellow bubbles, and it really does, you do have loads of different bubbles, and it really creates a lot of bubbles. And this is lemon scented, so it's absolutely delicioso. So that is my last favourite thing, and also it matches the book cover a bit. So that is my last favourite thing from the month of April. So what have you guys been up to April? Would love to hear what you've been up to, if you have enjoyed any of these things that I have here. And I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye!